Hi, so thanks for joining us for our class today. So we're going to work in 4-point kneeling today, so on all fours, and really challenging a lot of pelvic stability with these movements. So we'll come round together, so we're going to come round into 4-point kneeling. So having those knees underneath those hips and those hands just under those shoulders there. So the elbows should be soft, the insides of the elbows should be facing each other, they shouldn't be locked out through those elbows. Now we want to make sure we're really lengthening through our spines when we're in this position and just tucking that pelvis just under gently from here as well. Feet still that hip width distance as well as that knee distance apart. So we're going to start just warming up with a very gentle cat stretch. So we're going to tuck that head under, arching up through that spine and then dropping down, looking forwards. And again, tucking that head under, lifting up, flexing through that spine, then dropping down and looking forwards into that extended position. So just a really nice mobilising exercise through that spine. Looking up, arching up through. Good, so nice and gentle movement. Up and down from here, good. And we're looking to find that midpoint between these two movements. So again, our spine is in that nice neutral position. So my back is nice and flat, tailbone just tucked under slightly. That belly button's just drawn up towards the spine, so that core is gently engaged from here. Okay, so we're going to do our sort of swimming movement, or some people call it a Superman exercise. So just to begin with, I want you to lengthen one leg away, just parallel with the floor, and then folding back again. So breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, reach the leg away, breathe in to fold back. Now that leg should be going just parallel with that floor. My back still staying nice and steady. So often people say, imagine you've got a tray of drinks on that back, you don't want to spill, and you're lengthening that leg away. If that feels comfortable, then we can add in that opposite arm, opposite leg movement. So I'm reaching away, keeping that back nice and flat, my neck staying nice and long. Okay, so I'm not looking at my feet, I'm keeping my spine nice and lengthened as I reach that opposite arm, opposite leg. And again, reaching away, folding back. Reaching away and folding back again. Good. Keep that lengthening feeling going through that spine, that back staying nice and flat. Trying to lift too high, often people try to lift a little bit too high with this movement, which then you really lose that control. I'm just going parallel with that floor as I lengthen opposite arm and opposite leg away. Good, neck still long. Well done. Last few here. Keeping that control as I'm lengthening through. Well done. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And again, reaching away and folding back. Reaching away and fold back. Good. Let's do one more each side here. Reaching away, folding back, and reaching away. And then folding back to that centre. Well done. Okay, so we're going to challenge our bottom muscles a little bit more from here. So we're going to bring one leg, so if those foot is facing up towards the ceiling. And we're going to do a few pulses. So keeping that stability through that pelvis, I'm going to pulse that bottom. So pushing that heel up towards the ceiling. Now still breathing in and out here as we're pulsing that foot up towards the ceiling. So breathing in and out, pulsing that foot. Really engaging that bottom. Well done. So really working on those glutes here, but I'm also really challenging that stability through that pelvis, keeping my back nice and flat, making sure there's not lots of movement happening through there as well. So breathing in and out, pulsing that leg. Well done. Pushing that heel up towards the ceiling, really getting those glutes working. Breathing in and out. Good. Last few here. Pulsing that leg. Well done. Good. And then float that leg back down. Well done. Same on the opposite side. So opposite leg lifted, heel up towards the ceiling, and we're going to push and pulse that heel up to the ceiling. So keeping that stability through that pelvis, keeping that core engaged. And I'm really using those bottom muscles to pulse this heel up towards the ceiling. So really engaging those bottom muscles as well as that pelvic floor to keep that stability through that lower back. Good, so my back's still staying nice and flat and lengthened. Well done. Pulsing that leg here. Few more, really keeping those bottom muscles working. Just pushing through that heel. Good. Breathing in and out, not holding that breath. Well done. Last few. Good. And let's do one last one and lower that leg back down. Very good. Drop down off those wrists for a minute and just relax down into that child pose stretch. So just have a nice breath in and out here. Just relax through those shoulders as well. Breathing in and out. On the out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch just that little bit further. Just dropping that bottom down onto your heels from here. Breath in and out, relaxing down if you can from here. Good. Okay, then we're going to walk our hands back up into that 4-point kneeling again. So hands underneath those shoulders still. If you need to come up onto your wrists, then you can. If that feels easier on your wrists. Elbows still nice and soft, knees under those hips. So we're just going to reach one leg away from here. And we're going to do a one-leg circle, but in this position. So I'm going to circle the leg around, keeping that stability through the pelvis. And my circle is going to be just as big as I feel I can keep that control through the pelvis. So circling that leg around. Good. Drawing that circle with those toes. Coming around from here. Breathing in and out. Keeping that control through the pelvis. Good. And let's change direction through that circle. Good. So coming around from here. Keeping that circle through that movement, through that pelvis. Well done. Controlling that, circling around, drawing that circle with those toes. Keep that neck long. Good. And one more circle round with this side. And then coming back to that centre, fold that leg back in. Good. Reaching away with that opposite leg. And we're going to come around again, circling around from here, drawing that circle with those toes. Coming around, just making sure that circle is as big as you feel you can control. So that pelvis is staying nice and level as I'm circling around through that foot. Well done. Coming around from here, keeping that bottom engaged as I'm circling through that bottom. Well done. That hip is mobilising as I'm circling through from here. Okay, let's change direction. Coming around, well done. Still keep that core engaged. I'm keeping that pelvis nice and level. My back staying nice and flat. Neck still long as I'm circling around through from here. Well done. Last few. Good. And one last one. And coming back to that centre and then fold that leg back in. Well done. We're going to drop down into that child pose again and just relax down into this stretch here. So breathe in and out. Just sink those shoulders down as well. Just relax those wrists that have been working. Breathing in and out. As you breathe out, just sink down into that stretch just that little bit further. And just sinking down here if you can. Well done. Breathe in and out. Dropping down into that stretch. Well done. And then we're just going to slowly walk our hands up into that kneeling position. Well done. Relax those shoulders back down, just rolling them here. Good. And then we're just going to stretch up through our arms, so breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to reach up into that nice tall stretch. Breath in and out. Relaxing down. And again, reaching up, breath in. Good. And out. Good. And again, reaching up, stretching open. And then back down. Good. And then we're just going to clasp our hands together. Reach those fingers away. Bring those hands up to that shoulder height. Drop that chin down. And then look up to those hands and together reach up and open nice and wide. Good. And again, hands together. Reach those fingers away. Bring the hand to that shoulder height. Drop that chin down. Look up. Lift up together. And then open nice and wide. Lovely. One last time. Fingers clasped. Reach them away. Bring those hands to that shoulder height, drop that chin down, look up, and then together reach up and open nice and wide. And relax those shoulders Very good. I hope you've enjoyed today's little series in the 4-point kneeling. Really worked hard through keeping that stability through the pelvis as well. Great, well hopefully join us next time.